First off, I want to thank you all for being patient with me while I took some extra time to research this topic, as there was a lot to look into. There's a lot to go over with this one, and it has to deal with the triple suicide, potentially a triple murder case that happened in Japan in 2020. Now, these are still active investigations, so I will not be speaking in absolutes for a lot of this, as a lot of it is speculation, with very little facts known about the actual deaths. If I find out more regarding this, I'll do a follow-up video discussing any updates. As we've touched briefly on this in my Sanya video, suicide can be a very heavy topic to discuss, and if you are ever going through something, you can always reach out either on my Instagram or on my Discord. I have a channel that is specifically for people who are going through a hard time and don't know where to look for certain resources in their country. If you do not see your country and you don't know where to look, reach out to me and I can send you some resources. I have been at some of my lowest points in my life, and I know what it's like to feel like you have nobody or don't know where to go. So please, if any of you need support, I can help guide you in the right direction if you need. Yuko Takeuchi, born on April 1st, 1980. She was seen as a beautiful young girl who had begun her acting career very early in life. She is mostly remembered by her roles in the original Ring films as Tomoko Oishi and the 2015 film The Inerasable, which premiered in 2005 and released by entertainment company Shochiku in 2016. She married a man named Shiro Nakamura II from May 2005 to February 2008. They even starred in a movie together called Be With You, a Japanese drama where Yuko's character, Miu Ayo, passes away, leaving her husband in the film and in real life, and their son to carry on without her. She returns the following year as a celestial body and is found by the mother and son, who accept her as Mio. It's actually a great movie. I watched it before making this video, and I highly recommend it if you're into Japanese drama. Yuko had a son with Shiro, who was born in 2005, and after the divorce in 2006, Yuko Takeuchi continued her acting career throughout the years. In 2019, she met Taiki Nakabayashi, another Japanese actor at the time. Yuko announced she was pregnant near the end of 2019 and gave birth to her second son in January of 2020. On September 27th, 2020, known as Kuhaku no Ichijikan, or the 1 hour of blank space, occurred. On this day, Yuko Takeuchi had a family gathering on the first floor of her 2-story apartment in Tokyo with her husband, 14-year-old son, and her 8-month-old as well. Sometime after dinner, she had gone upstairs, never to come back down to meet her family again. After about 10 minutes, the family began to worry, in which Nakabayashi explained to the family she must have gone to bed because she was tired. After the family gathering ended and about 50 minutes had passed, he and their eldest son began their nightly routine and prepared to get some sleep. Not seeing Yuko asleep in their bed, he began to grow suspicious. Nakabayashi began searching for his wife, but not finding her anywhere in the apartment. That was until he pulled open the closet door. There, hanging in the closet, was 40-year-old Yuko Takeuchi. She was rushed to the hospital, where she passed away shortly after. Haruma Miura, born on April 5th, 1990, was Japan's Newcomer of the Year for his acting and singing career in 2008. He was awarded this after his role in the film Koizora. He also won Best Actor for his role as Lola in the 2016 film Kinky Boots. If you're a fan of anime, he also played Eren Yeager in the two-part live-action film of Attack on Titan, which released in 2015. He began his acting career at the age of 7, where he starred in a television drama called Agri, and enrolled at the Tsukuba Brand of Actors Studio, where he was also a member of the boy band Brash Brats. He became a domestic and international superstar in the early to mid-2000s, and received many awards, even the 26th Japan Jewelry Best Dresser Award. He was one of Japan's biggest heartthrobs, and as he was loved for his performances and his looks. On July 18th, 2020, only 2 months before the death of Yuko Takeuchi, 30-year-old Haruma Miura was found hanged in his bedroom closet in Tokyo. He was discovered by his manager after Haruma did not respond to his texts, calls, or doorbell. He had work that day, and his manager was on the way to pick him up. His friend stated that the young actor showed no signs of being suicidal prior to his death. Written in his notebook was an undated entry of Haruma expressing his anxiety and thoughts of wanting to die. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead 35 minutes later at 2:10 p.m. Sei Ashina, whose real name was Aya Igarashi, was born on November 22, 1983. She started her acting career in 2002 with a series called The Tale of Happiness. Prior to acting, she was a renowned model and had her photos star in magazines such as Shogakukan's Kanmam, Can-Cam, and Suesha's Pinky. She was best known for her role as Hime in Kamen Rider Hibiki, which is a Japanese television series that first aired in 2005. Lastly, she is known for her lead role in Silk, the drama that aired in 2007 that also starred Keira Knightley. Aya Igarashi was found hanged in her home in Tokyo on September 14, 2020, 13 days prior to Yuko. It was reported that her brother discovered her body after he had gone to visit due to her not responding to his texts and calls. It's also worth noting that on the same day, Korean actress Oine, also age 36, was found dead from suicide as well. Now, there's a lot of speculation when it comes to the death of these 3 celebrities, and one of the biggest rumors that has been spreading around Japan is that the deaths of these people were not suicides, but actually murders. Due to the death of Yuko Takeuchi and Haruma Miura, people believe there is some sort of connection, since these two starred together in the Confidence Man film. One of the main reasons for the rumors of homicide is that there has been no suicide note left by any party of the people involved. Lastly, the fact that they were all found hanged in their closet has led many people to believe that there is more at play here than what it seems. Personally, I have no idea. Spreading rumors based on no suicide note being found is a bit of a stretch, as this is not something that always occurs, and due to the nature of the deaths, I can imagine why doing something like this out of the immediate sight of your family was on their mind. Like I mentioned before, this is still ongoing, and there hasn't been much progress since 2020, if any at all. Regardless, it is still a very sad and unfortunate chain of events that is not exclusive to A and B list celebrities in Japan. We all know there are many reasons why people in Japan have taken their own lives. Harsh work conditions, fear of failure and harassment, and overall stress are just a few reasons why people all over the world make the decision to end their lives. It's speculated that for Yuko, there was an overwhelming stress of having to raise her children and fearing she would not be able to be around as often due to the nature of her career and the long hours it required. It has been reported that she did not have much support from her family, so the stress and financial hardship she was experiencing, on top of fearing the coronavirus, could worsen and put a stop to her acting career as a whole, as well as postpartum depression. It may have been too much for her to bear. Regardless, this has caused shock for many people in Japan, and some have even said it was a very scary thing to hear about. The rumors go as far as to say that they were assassinated by the government. For what reasons, I have no clue. If I find anything that develops in the future, I will for sure get an update out. I want to reiterate, suicide is a very difficult subject and should never be taken lightly. Everything that was said in the video is either fact or speculation based on what was reported in the various articles I looked into, whether in English or Japanese. None of these are my own opinions, and I truly believe these deaths are a product of personal struggles had by regular people who felt their burdens were too heavy to hold and ultimately, sadly, lost their lives. Yuko, Haruma, and Aya were all wonderful people, and it's just as sad hearing about these stories as it is anyone else who loses their life. If you are struggling, I'll leave my Discord link down below for you to find the resources you need, or if you need someone to talk to. You're loved, you're appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.